you know, I just wanted to talk about, how Eminem, try to diss Melly Mel. Like hip hop is our culture. Hip hop is our thing. You know what I'm saying? People like Eminem are guests in our culture. You know what I'm saying? But it always seems like when you're dealing with certain types of people, they always have a parasitic behavior. You know what I'm saying? They latch on to a host and they use the host. Then after they try to dominate, you know what I'm saying, and act like they created it. You know what I'm saying? Or it's because of them. When in actuality, it's because our culture. You know what I'm saying? It's because of our culture. You came into our culture. We didn't come into your culture. You're not even of our culture. You know what I'm saying? You from the trailer parks. That's not our culture. That's nothing hip hop was built on. You know what I'm saying? Melly Mel's one of the forefathers of hip hop. I don't care what happened. But us as a culture, we shouldn't allow nobody like Eminem to come in and diss no forefather of our culture. Because they wouldn't allow it in their culture. No other culture around the world will allow an outsider to come in their culture and eat. We the only culture that allows people who's not of our culture to come in our culture, monetize it, use it, you know what I'm saying, and be successful. We can't go nowhere else in the world if people go allow us to set up shop in their culture or in what they got going on and make any type of money or be successful. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere in the world. But we always a group of people that allow everybody else to come into our thing, what we created, you know what I'm saying, and benefit more than us. That's our problem as a culture. That's our problem as so-called black people, you know. And that ain't got nothing to do with disliking anybody. It got to do with self-preservation. That's the first key to life, like my father would say. You know, take Eminem for instance with Terrence Crawford. Everybody, oh, Eminem came out with Terrence Crawford. Dude, what have you been doing that's relevant? You know what I'm saying? He let you come in on the biggest fight. You know what I'm saying? The last 10, 20 years. You could at least did him the decency to rap a few bars with the song. But no, you act like you so above everything that you doing him a favor by just showing up. He's doing you a favor. You know what I'm saying? He's helping you go viral. He's helping you matter. You don't matter. I'm 42 years old. The only time I listened to Eminem was in 99 and 2000. When was it Marshall LP? 2000? Marshall Mathers LP 2000? 99 and 2000. I was 19 and 20. You don't rap nothing that's relevant to our culture. You don't drop no knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really kicking nothing like that to where, you know what I'm saying, you putting fat on nobody's head for real. To be honest with you, like I said, I'm 42. Eminem was the first person I ever heard bring pill and opioid, you know what I'm saying, culture into rap. We don't do that type of stuff. He was the one talking about Vicodins and all this type of stuff. I'd never heard of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? He talking about giving women mushrooms. I never knew nothing about none of that stuff. That ain't our culture. I didn't come up on that type of stuff. Definitely didn't come up on doing pills and doing opioids. That's what he comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's what he introduced. That's what he introduced to rap. You know what I'm saying? That's his, what's the word I'm looking for? That's his contribution to hip hop. Is rapping about doing pills and being depressed. You know what I'm saying? And self-hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's what he brings to the culture. You know what I'm saying? But yet they sit around and our people, and it makes me sad, our people, oh, he, well, to go back to the Terrence Crawford, like, and I'll get back to that, but like the Terrence Crawford, like you couldn't even do him the decency to rap a few bars. The publicity he gave you is priceless. You know what I'm saying? He opened you up to a new audience. You don't do nothing that's relevant. What makes you relevant? You're not relevant in the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's how they do. You act like you doing him a favor. Least you could have did for the brother was rap the song. You know what I'm saying? They killed me with all of that. But, you know, then going back to, like, this cat, man, what do you really rap about? You know what I'm saying? What do you rap about this other culture? Nothing. You don't help the culture. What have you given to hip hop? What have you given to so-called black culture? Nothing. You've exploited it. You're no different than Elvis, and you would make jokes in your raps about Elvis, and you just like him. You exploited the culture. You used the culture for your benefit. You couldn't make no money in your own culture. You know what I'm saying? You had to use our culture to make money, to lift yourself out of poverty. You know what I'm saying? You don't give nothing back to our culture. You just take from our culture. But we allow that. We allow people to come in. That's where Dame Dash says culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that comes in and is a vulture off the culture. They come into a culture that's not their culture and succeed in it. And then try to walk around and act like they created something. You know what I'm saying? Or the culture needs them in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? When all you've done is monetarily benefited off the culture, you've never gave nothing back. Eminem has never gave nothing back to rap music. You know what I'm saying? That's proof with the way he did Terrence Crawford. You couldn't even get that brother no bars. What, he was lucky for you to show your face and come out with him? Who are you? What relevancy do you have in the culture of hip hop? You don't. Majority of your records aren't even bought by true hip hop consumers or the true culture of hip hop. Don't buy your records. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many records you sell. We don't buy it. Tell me the last time you seen a so-called black man riding around bumping Eminem or buying an Eminem album. You know, just like, let's be real. And I'm starting to think, you look at everything. It's like a Manchurian candidate. Everything is like socially engineered by these people. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's not a plan, if he wasn't the first plan. Vanilla Ice didn't work with a gimmick. So now the next gimmick was go try to find the most relevant so-called black man in hip hop, which is Dr. Dre. Attach Eminem to him and see if it works. And it does. You use Dre's credibility to get credible. You had been rapping before you met Dr. Dre and nobody was feeling you. But if you're such a great rapper, why wasn't you getting all these props and stuff on your own? Why'd you have to be a leech or a parasite and attach yourself to Dr. Dre in order for you to be, like you said, a rap god, so-called rap god? You know what I'm saying? It's all these people do. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do. You know, it's come into our culture and try to make it seem like they belong or in some way they bring relevancy to the culture or the culture needs them. You're not no top 5 best rappers all time. You know what I'm saying? What are you rapping about? You know what I'm saying? What are you rapping about? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't rap about nothing. You don't bring nothing to the culture. You know, but you got the nerve to diss Melly Mel. When Melly Mel created a culture that helped you feed generation your family and get yourself out the trailer park. You had no talent. You had no way of getting out the trailer park. You was working dead-end jobs at the plant in Detroit. Like you said, look at your boots. You're a plant. Whack 8 mile rhymes. Like, come on, corny stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you use Melly Mel to get out the plant in Detroit. So you could feed your family, be something more than a factory worker your whole life. But you want to come in the game, you think because you're a quote-unquote rap guy that you can come diss Melly Mel. And what kills me the most is all these brothers in hip-hop don't stand up and say nothing. Y'all sit around and let this dude speak to Melly Mel like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't stand up for him because y'all so scared of being blackballed or you want a feature from him so bad when the feature ain't even gonna be hot. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even relevant, but y'all so worried about doing anything for money and needing all these people. You know what I'm saying? When these people are benefiting off you. They parasitic to hip hop. Like they said in 2020, hip hop made $17 billion. Of that $17 billion, 12%, which is like 2.2 billion of it, went to the actual people who created the music. We getting 12% of something we created. Like always, Michael Jordan. He basically built Nike. What does he get? A 5% royalty on shoes named after him. 5% royalty on shoes named after him. But that's what we allow these people to do, is take advantage of us. But when we got cats like Kanye that fight for us, you want to go along with these other people and believe these made up narratives they run across, these lies they make up about a brother. You know what I'm saying? Instead of riding with him, right or wrong, indifferent, just like they do they society, they culture, they people. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nobody like Mark Zuckerberg disrespecting Elon Musk. If he does something to our culture, he'll go right along with it. He may not stand up and agree with it, but he ain't gonna stand up and denounce it. And no other culture's gonna do that. They all exploit us. Look at the BRICS. You know what I'm saying? Look at Russia. Look at China. Trying to recolonize Africa again. Making it seem like they now all of a sudden they care about Africa. No. You know you can use Africa to finally, you know what I'm saying, get out the stranglehold of the United States. So now you're trying to run over there to Africa and put like you care about Africa. You know what I'm saying? And you doing something for Africa. When in the same time, all you doing is giving Africa fake Chinese money and building fake infrastructure projects, you know what I'm saying, to get mineral rights, to really get the value out of the country. Same thing the Europeans did, you know what I'm saying, in Africa. But they think everybody don't notice that. But we too scared to speak up about stuff. That's our problem as a people. We don't speak up and tell the truth. We scared to say something. Because they think these people, what are they going to take away from us? Money? That's the only thing they could do, money, and try to blackball you. I mean, think about it in terms like this. If you a dude and you cute and women like you, and there's a dude over there that ain't liked by the women, and he's mad that the women like you, what will he do? Hate on you. You know what I'm saying? Hating is the same thing as blackballing. What do they do to us? Or you say something that they don't like, or they try to, black man speaks out against injustice done to him by any other race. All of a sudden they try to use reverse racism against you. You're the racist. How can I be racist? You know what I'm saying? What power do I have to be racist? What power do I have to subjugate people? What power do I have to blackball people? You know what I'm saying? But instead of us speaking out, speaking up, no, we want so bad to have $1. You know what I'm saying? They print dollars with nothing to back a dollar. A dollar's worthless. It's just because they say a dollar's worth something. When in actuality, a dollar's not worth anything. And we'll sell our soul, you know what I'm saying, and sell out our whole race for $1. Something that's printed on paper that's worthless, you know? And that's the thing about it. We don't stand for nothing. And when you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why a person like Eminem's able to come in our culture and exploit it. They disrespect the forefather of it, and nobody stands up. He should be banned from hip hop. He should be banned from rap for disrespecting Melly Mel. And if he ain't banned, you know what I'm saying, or blackballed, he should be severely chastised. You know what I'm saying, for speaking that way about an elder, speaking about somebody who, you know what I'm saying, of our culture, a forefather. You know what I'm saying? You can't go their culture and do it. They ain't letting none of us on the Country Music Awards. They ain't gonna vote for us in no Country Music Awards. You know what I'm saying? They may let Nelly on there. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Who's listening to Nelly? No disrespect to Dirty, but Nelly ain't been hot. Nelly ain't been hot since, what, 2005, 2002, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that I may not like some of the little Nelly country songs, some of the stuff Nelly does, but Nelly ain't really spitting like that no more. It ain't really relevant. I can't hate on him. Hey, you fed your family, you made money, cool, but we not talking about that. Just because I speak about somebody don't mean I'm hating, and I'm definitely not hating on your wealth or what you have, because I already know that can be taken away from you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about none of that. I'm just speaking the reals about stuff. But like I was saying about the Country Music Awards, you can't go in their country music and think they gonna support you. Who do they support? Hootie and the Blowfish? Or Kane Brown? Come on, man. Like, be for real. And I don't have nothing against Kane Brown, and I don't have anything against Darius Rucker. But at the same time, they not supporting you like in country music. You can't go in their society and make no living or be supported. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna let you do that. But we don't do that in our culture. You know what I'm saying? We the gatekeepers of our culture. You know what I'm saying? We should decide what goes on in our culture. But we go along with anything. You know what I'm saying? We let anything go along. That's why you got all these type of rappers like Eminem who ain't bringing nothing to the culture. All they doing is being culture vultures, leeching off the culture. You know what I'm saying? We say nothing about it. But you can't go into any other culture and do that. They won't let you. Name a culture that lets so-called black people in and lets us eat and make a fortune off them. They don't and never will. You know what I'm saying? But what do? We still keep letting it go on. We let people come to our block, you know what I'm saying, and open up a business, and we patronize them, give them all our money. You can't go on their block and do it. Go to Chinatown and see if they let you open a fried chicken place in Chinatown. They're not, and they won't, and they definitely won't patronize it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. Long as we entertainment, yeah, we can make money being entertainment for other people. You know what I'm saying? But what is that in actuality? Everything we make money on, somebody can take from us. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got rid of Black Wall Street. That's why they burned Tulsa down. Because we were independent. You know what I'm saying? We run the culture. Independently, before integration, we had what we needed. We didn't need to integrate. That was forced upon us, or rather we tricked into integration. Now we became ultimately slaves again. When we had our own, you know what I'm saying? And this all goes and ties back in to the whole Eminem Melly Mel thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes him top 5 in rap? You have no swag, you have no lingo, you have none of the basis that rap is about or hip hop is about, you possess. He don't possess none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be like him. He don't bring no type of nothing. Don't no dress, no swag, no nothing, no lingo, nothing like that does he bring to the culture. You know what I'm saying? But he's supposed to be a rap god. He's top 5. How? What relevancy do you have in the culture? What? Because you can rap fast? You're not talking about nothing in your raps. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dropping no fat on nobody's head. You ain't kicking no science. You ain't kicking no knowledge. None of that. You rapping about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the culture. You know what I'm saying? You try to make a song and hate on Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was owning some of your masters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand us. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand us as a people. We always letting somebody else come in and take advantage of us. You know what I'm saying? And use our skills and use our God-given gifts to enrich themselves and give nothing back to us. Time and time again, you know. We embrace everybody. Everybody can come to our culture and be embraced. But we can't go to nobody else's culture and get a fair shake or make a fortune or be embraced at all. But that's our fault. You know what I'm saying? How many times do you have to put your hand on the stove to understand it's hot or to burn you? But that's our so-called black people problem, but that's also due to, you know what I'm saying, white supremacy and white constructs, you know what I'm saying? The mental part about it, you know. We don't use our mental part, you know what I'm saying? We make everything else big, you know what I'm saying, receive pennies from it. We make TikTok big, we make Instagram big. We make all the YouTube, we make all these platforms, Twitch, we make all these platforms relevant. And we get nothing from it, time and time again, but we don't never make our own platforms. We don't never patronize our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's our problem. We can patronize everybody else's stuff, have no problem with it. But when it comes to us, we never support us. You know what I'm saying? And we always gonna stay stagnant. We always gonna stay in the same position because we never supporting us. We never trying to put our culture first, put ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? Make sure our generations have something. Make sure our culture has something. You know, every other culture preserves their culture, treats their culture with respect. Now we sell our culture out for any amount of money that ain't no real money when we make the money. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a rap deal. You a rapper, you hot. Why do you need a label for? What do they do for you? Nothing. All they do is exploit you and take the lion's share of the money. Then when they can't use you no more, they done with you. You know what I'm saying? It's prostitution, to be honest. It's legal prostitution. Excuse my French, but it's the truth. That's what it is. Now we allow ourselves, you know what I'm saying, to be prostituted out all the time, you know. And that's what burns me up, you know. And it all this stuff ties in. Just like, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Eminem thing, you know. I don't personally have a problem with it. Like I said, I played his music when I was 19 or 20. But as time went on, you don't have no relevancy. Nothing you talk about do I identify with. I don't do opioids. I'm not addicted to pills. I'm not talking about hurting myself. I don't have all these mother issues. You know what I'm saying? So what do I have in common with Eminem? What are you really rapping about? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against you, but you're a drug addict. What have you done? But became famous off somebody else's culture, and during the course of it, you've been a drug addict. How does that make you a great? How does that make you top five? How does that put you on Mount Rushmore of rap music? Like, let's be for real, but we don't be for real. Like I said, we let all these people come in. You know what I'm saying? Like Melly Mel said, how is somebody looking like Pee Wee Herman gonna try to come in and diss me and I help create rap? You know what I'm saying? The message, Melly Mel songs is one of the biggest songs ever. But you'll have these clowns come on and say, oh, Eminem's got a bigger song than Melly Mel. How? How? Melly Mel's song is part of the holy grail of rap. No Eminem song is part of that. Lose Yourself is corny when you really think about it. Man, that ain't hitting on nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no holy grail rap music or rap songs. Period. You know what I'm saying? No matter what y'all want to say. I'm of the culture. You know what I'm saying? My opinion matters. I'm more of the culture than Eminem is. Oh, he's a great rapper. Okay, you put words together, but you really not the essence of rap. You know what I'm saying? You're not. You didn't come from it. You're a visitor in the house of rap. But yet you walk around like you own it. You know what I'm saying? But we allows you to have that type of attitude. We allow you to exploit our culture and walk around like you own it. You know what I'm saying? Without us checking you. You know what I'm saying? Or barring you. You know what I'm saying? Or putting you on punishment or chastising you. You know what I'm saying? Like every other body does us. You know what I'm saying? Blackballs us. You know what I'm saying? When we do or say something they don't like. You know what I'm saying? We need to do that in our culture. You know what I'm saying? Start setting standards. You know what I'm saying? Stop allowing everybody to come in, like I say, or like Dame Dash says, and be a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love Dame Dash, He speaks the real. When he talk about Lyra Cohen or Leo Cohen, you know what I'm saying, and those guys and the stuff they do, you know what I'm saying, coming into the culture, exploiting the culture, then talking and acting like you of the culture, you know what I'm saying, or the culture exists because of you. You know what I'm saying? If you make a contribution, you're not no contribution to our culture. You're a visitor in it. You know what I'm saying? But we can't go in anybody else's culture, make no money or do nothing like that. They won't have it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. They always trying to ban us, or always trying to what is it called? What's the new thing what is the new thing they call it now? I can't even, it's not being blacklisted. That's a part of it, but like cancel culture. Yeah, why is cancel culture only with us? Why does it originate with us? You know what I'm saying? Why is it always with us? We can't say nothing about so-called people, but if you think about it, ish, that doesn't mean, look that up in the dictionary. That doesn't mean that you're like blackish. It's a form of. It's not the original. You know what I'm saying? So when you say certain words that end in a ish, they want to blacklist you or ban you. You know what I'm saying? Or make it seem like you being racist, or making racist terms when you speak about a certain group of people. You know what I'm saying? They try to do all of that to you, but then when they do they stuff that they oppressing things and all they negative stuff, you speak out about it. Now they use reverse racism. You know what I'm saying, on you, on the so-called black man. When I say so-called black man, black is just what is that, an adjective? Like, it's not even real. You know what I'm saying? That's not who we are. You know what I'm saying? We're not black Americans. We're indigenous Americans. You know what I'm saying? We're not no black Americans. You know what I'm saying? And all that, I don't even want to get into all that. I get into that in another video. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying before, with the Eminem, like this dude, man, like just him dissing Melly Mel. You know what I'm saying? Didn't no rapper speak up for Melly Mel. You know what I'm saying? Because you so worried about these people blackballing you or blacklisting you or taking something away from you. And what does it matter what they take away from you? You know what I'm saying? That's why they subjugate you. That's why they threaten to take stuff away from you, so you can't speak out, so you don't have a voice. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way they have power, is to subjugate you and use things to try to silence you or take stuff away from you. You know what I'm saying? To try to minimize you, or demonize you, or demote you in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Or make you seem crazy, or you know what I'm saying, or what you say doesn't have any validity, but everything they say has validation and validity. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of racism. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of white supremacy. That's a part of white supremacy constructs, you know? And it's just, it just gets to a point like when are we going to stop? When are we going to take more pride in ourselves and stop letting fake money rule us? We're selling our souls. We're giving our lives. Think about that. We're selling our souls and giving our lives for money that ain't even real. Paper that they print as much as they want. Has no value. Has no intrinsic value at all. For real. And we selling our whole beings, our whole soul, our whole culture. You know what I'm saying? Our whole way of life, our whole heritage for something that's worth nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Has no value. When will we get tired of that? You know what I'm saying? When? Even when you do get the money, what does it do for you? Nothing. You can have the money. They don't want you living in their neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Money don't change nothing for people like us, so-called black people. If anything, we get more vitriol. We get more hate. You know what I'm saying? Because we shouldn't have it, or they don't feel like we deserve it. But everybody else, every other culture can maximize their potential, make as much money as they want. You know what I'm saying? Live how they want to, and that's fine. But when we do it, it's a problem. But why is it a problem? You know what I'm saying? You have to ask yourself that. Why are they so focused on us? You know what I'm saying? You only focus on somebody who you feel is a threat. But let them tell it. We simple, feeble-minded group of people. You know what I'm saying? Who just live in negativity. When in actuality, we the gods, we the creators. That's why they subjugate us. That's why they monitor us so hard. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always trying to get involved in everything we create. Because what we create, what we do, you know what I'm saying, goes around the world. Makes everybody want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the world wants to be a rapper. Everybody in the world wants to be a part of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We not doing that. We don't want to be other people. We being us. And being us is a billion and trillions of dollars. Being us is the biggest commodity, biggest asset on planet Earth. Bigger than gold, bigger than oil. Being us, what we possess, we the gods. You know what I'm saying? We have that thing in us. You know what I'm saying? That you can't quantify. That je ne sais quoi. That we have that in us. You know what I'm saying? That's innate. That's born in us. That shine, that glow. You know what I'm saying? That makes you want to be like, wants to make you be like us, wants to make you follow us. You know what I'm saying? That's for a reason. That's why they try to dim our light. That's why they try to take our shine. Because they know who we are. They know what we're capable of. You know what I'm saying? They know what heights we can go to, and we the gods. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so much that they try to do to keep us down and keep us suppressed. And we have to realize our value. You know what I'm saying? That we bring the value. We don't need nobody to give us value. We bring the value. We just need to monetize ourselves, pimp our own selves out, and get paid handsomely and very well for it instead of taking pennies. But I just made this video because I just want people in our culture to know, ban Eminem. And if you don't ban him, chastise him. Some rappers should speak up about how he talked about Melly Mel and what he said, because he's too comfortable in our culture and he brings nothing to our culture. All he does is exploit our culture. That's parasitic behavior. Parasite is somebody who needs a host to survive because they can't survive on their own. You know what I'm saying? That's what a parasite does. Leeches onto a host and sucks a host dry. Uses up everything they can from a host. And we need to quit being a host for so many parasites and allowing these people to take advantage of us and create vast amounts of wealth off us, off our natural abilities, because they're not letting us do it off no other group of people. No other group of people in the world lets us come and make a fortune or make any money in their society or in their culture or nothing like that. But everybody comes to our culture to make a fortune and use us. And we got to stop that. And that all coincides with me talking about Eminem, the nerve of him to try to diss Melly Bam. You know what I'm saying? But that shows he has no respect for us. He has no respect for our culture. Just like when they used to have the video of him saying the N-word and stuff like that. And Benzino tried to speak about it, and they want to try to, because they had the power to try to blackball Benzino over. When he was saying the N-word, he was saying some vicious words that off listening to it, he shouldn't be a part of our culture, because he showed what he feels about our culture and what he feels about our so-called black women, you know. But we all sweep that under the rug. But if it was us, they would keep replaying it. They would ban us. You know what I'm saying? They would cancel culture us. And that's what we need to do. We need to stop. We need to stop letting all these people, like I said, take advantage of us. Come in our culture and do whatever they want to without no repercussions, no type of sanctions or nothing. You know what I'm saying? We need to put ourselves first. We the guys. We need to start acting like it. But yeah, the whole point of this video was to say Eminem's been a culture vulture. He doesn't bring nothing to our culture. He doesn't bring nothing to hip-hop. He's never done anything for hip-hop except exploit it and make himself a millionaire many times over on our culture that he has never contributed to. He's never a part of. Didn't grow up on it. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'll end it. Peace.